All right, friends, it's T-Man, and I'm back with the expert, the I Am Longevity dude. Yes, man. He is an expert on longevity, broski. So I'm going to do a reaction to the I Am Longevity guy. You know who he is, the motor unit dude. That you're going to live forever, motor units. I don't know anybody that lived as long as they're supposed to live. Okay? I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, so I Am Longevity says, why agility declines faster than speed after 60, the truth about motor units. Agility declines. Why do things decline? Good question. Very good question. I don't know, because I'm human. I don't know anything. Get it, bro? I have to discover things on my own experiences. And even your own experiences can fool you. They can be fake. You understand me? Because you're unsure of what you're doing. And it takes a long time to really understand these things. But this guy right here, he's fooling you. There's something off there with this guy. I don't know what it is, dude. He's not real. He's not real.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Question, and a big question.
Yeah.
Why is it that you cannot find, you look anywhere, and I mean this with all due respect to everyone, 60-year-olds, 70-year-olds, even 50-year-olds. There are some that are really, really good. But when you get to the 60 mark and above, you see even...
All right, I'm pushing 60. I don't really have any problems. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have a clue what this guy's talking about, bro. I feel like I'm 25 years old. You understand me? I'm in a 58-year-old body, but I feel 25. Like, I move like I'm 25. I walk fast, I talk, I move, I think. I feel 25. I do not feel 58.
Sprinters, they might sprint fast in a straight line, but that's all they can do. When you...
Okay, sprinters, they sprint in a straight line. That's what they do. That's why it's called sprinting. They sprint in a straight line. Now, maybe if you're a football player, there's agility involved there, right? Okay.
ask them to do agility work, like zigzagging or running a football pattern against a 25-year-old cornerback, they can't.
Okay, so what exercise would protect you from getting damaged in these agility, these zigzagging motions? Well, eccentric exercise, you can look it up, man. It's a known fact because of the amount of micro damage there. The point in eccentric exercise, your body builds muscle, adapts by building muscle to protect you from getting injured. That's what eccentric exercise is. That's how muscle's built. Why would your body build you? Think about it. Why would your body, look, you people are smart. Use your brain. Why would your body build you muscle? Why would it build muscle eccentrically? Why? If you're lifting, there's a level of micro damage. It builds muscles. Why? To protect you from what? From getting injured. Because which exercise gets you injured? Lifting concentrically or eccentrically? Eccentrically. So if eccentrically gets you injured, how does it adapt? By protecting you, by building muscle. That's how. So it's kind of obvious. So it's used. If you know that, you can use that for these sports. Okay. That's really the basic idea.
Do it because they lost their torque. You see, these guys talk about fast motor units, fast twitch fibers.
Okay, what will give you torque? More sarcomere in series and in parallel. They give you more torque. Yeah, they give you more torque. Bro, it goes with gravity. You understand? If you go with gravity, you get more torque. It's kind of obvious.
All of a sudden, they don't know what they're talking about. Let me explain why. Because your torque, do you know what torque is? It's like when you're running full speed and you just cut on a dime. Like
yes, cut on a dime. I'm not saying that this guy cannot move around. I'm saying that he's doing something to jump around like crazy in the park. That's what he enjoys that. If he can demonstrate these things, let's say somebody took TRT, they want to fake you out, and they demonstrate, look how I jump and move around and everything. The really average 60-year-old man who's worked a very physical, demanding labor job, he's not going to be wanting to jump around the park all day, dude. You understand me? Because I have to maintain these so-called what? Motor units or something he's talking about. When you have motor units, they're there. They're not going anywhere. You understand me? And so you use them on a daily basis to brush your teeth, get up, I don't know, drive your car, open your door, whatever. I don't understand anything this guy is talking about on his channel. He says these motor units will equate to longevity. You'll live forever. Health is what gives you longevity. You could die early if you're unhealthy. You understand me? But if you want to live to your genetic ripe old age, then you want to focus on healthgevity. That is more important than you focusing on longevity, motor units, and all this weird stuff. Because this guy eats very unnatural supplements and he eats a slave food diet and sludge. Just go check his videos. He eats sludge. That is not going to equate to healthgevity. You understand me? Which will equate to you living longer and not dying from a disease, or maybe, I don't know, mitochondrial dysfunction, a heart attack, or some weird epileptic or apocalyptic thing that could happen to you eating the slave food diet.
Barry Sanders, you lose this. Even Barry Sanders lost this from his college years to at the end of his career. Yeah. It's a natural part of life. You lose the torque. No,
you don't lose it. You don't really lose it. He had too many injuries. He doesn't want to do anything anymore. He's retired.
One trains the torque. No one. This is why sprinters, elite master sprinters.
Like I said, this is the best. You get these people, they come out, they've never exercised in their entire life. They're fresh. They haven't done anything to their body. They've never been injured or gone through anything. They come out, they take some TRT and they start jumping around. They want to sell you on motor unit something. Just like when they talk about these, oh, look at this guy. He's 90 years old. He's running a marathon. Yeah, he just started. Like a lot of these people, they just started, bro. Get it? It's like this lady. Oh, look at this lady. She's 80 years old. She's exercising. When did she start? When did she start exercising? Oh, in her late 60s. Oh, okay. You know what I mean?
Some of them are really fast. I mean, they got guys in their 70s running like under 14 and 100 meters.
All right.
But ask those same guys to run a football pattern, or to zigzag, or to hop on a wall and spin in the air and jump and run and hop off 6-foot walls. They can't do it. They can't do it. First of all, what you know.
They can't do it. They can't do it. They were professionals. They got paid. You understand me, Tony? They got paid. That was their job, to be football players. Now, they put their body through a lot of stuff. You understand me? So they don't want to do that anymore. Michael Jordan doesn't have to keep coming out of retirement to prove that he is the best guy in the world. You understand me? People don't have to keep doing it over and over forever. They don't want to do it. And if they don't want to do something, they shouldn't do what they don't want to do. Here, I'll give advice to everybody. Do what is best for you. Me personally, like I always say on my channel, I do what is best for me. And I suggest that all of you do what is best for you. You understand me? Now, you can see a lot of stuff on the internet. There's people going to give you all kinds of advice. People will put out information and advice. It's up to you to discern what is best for you and not what is best for somebody else. Because if you do what's best for somebody else, you're going to be very unhappy in your life.
I'm seeing is the pain they're suffering. Believe me when I tell you, every single one of them is taking medication for pain. Every single one of them.
Of course they're taking medication for pain because they don't know anything better. You understand me? They've destroyed their bodies. That's why. Because they did it for money. You know? Here's the thing. It drives people crazy on my channel that I won't do what they want me to do, to show on my show videos of me lifting an absorbently, astronomically heavy weight for them so I can entertain them. It drives them crazy, and I love that. You see, because I can lift a heavy weight. I can do lots of things. But that doesn't mean that I've done some videos in the past here and there, but I don't really put a lot of content for lifting on the internet anymore like I did before. I don't really care because it's not important. And I know it drives these people crazy because they look at me and they're like, how can he have a figure like that if he's got to lift heavy? He's got to do something, right? And so that's the thing. And then They want to, how should I put it? It's an ego thing. They want to put you down because let's say I didn't lift as heavy as they wanted, or maybe I didn't lift as heavy as they're lifting at the moment, or something like that. Then they're gonna get all bananas. They're gonna come to your channel. They're gonna tell you, well, you're not strong, you're not this, you're not that. But I'm not a fitness guru. I never claimed to be a fitness guru or anybody on my channel. I do reaction videos. You understand me? I do reaction videos. I don't do anything. I put out some information. I say, hey, look, this is kind of interesting. I put these stuff out. I talk about stuff, my experiences, everything. But yeah, that's about it. I don't even coach people on my channel. And one guy, he told me, he said, hey, the information you give out, you should get paid for this. You give it out for free. And he started doing it. He's got his cousin doing it. He's got other people doing it. He's doing it himself, friends. You understand me? That's how fast it catches on. When people find really the truth, they don't just hang around waiting for something to happen. They make things happen. You understand? Quickly. He's already coaching people. What are all of you doing out there? You understand? Here's a question. You have to ask yourself, what are you doing? You see what I mean? I never even coached this guy on my channel. He simply took my experiences, my information, what I talked about, eccentric exercise, and he put it to practice. And he can see for himself if it works or not, and it does. And so he's already coaching other people, you understand me? But the question is this, what are all of you doing out there? Ask yourself that question.
The college is messed up because they lost their fast motor units. You think that they have their fast motor units, but they don't.
Yes, they do. They have motor units. You're talking about fast twitch muscle fibers? Man, you build sarcomeres in series and parallel, Tony. And to them, you have to go through a level of damage. And they're not willing to do that.
They lost it in certain parts of their body. But the experts at B are not telling you this. Why am I saying this? Because once you lose your fast motor units in a certain part of your body.
Again, you're not, man. Wow, this guy's funny. Motor units proliferate. They're there and they're shared. But here's the thing. If you lose your sarcomere in series, that's why you're stiff and you can't move. So you need them in series. That's why they came up with Pilates for these old people, because of a loss of sarcomere in series. So they do stretching exercises, old people. They do stretching exercises in combat sports a lot because they know that. Because it brings back your sportive performance. Get it? You understand me? Christ. You have to have parallel and series or you won't perform well. That's all. And even in martial arts, combat sports, martial arts, whatever, they know about stretching. I know because I took martial arts when I was young. So that's how I learned it. That's the first experience I had. We did a stretching session for over 2 hours. Man, I couldn't walk for days. My legs hurt like crazy. That was my first experience with muscle damage. It was in a what you guys call dojo, whatever, in a Taekwondo class. And that's when I first learned. That's when I discovered it, and I experienced DOMS.
It affects your entire system. This is the problem that these experts, no one in the history, I repeat, no one in the history of science has ever just said what I said.
Right, but you're the expert. Is that it? What do you mean nobody said whatever you said? I did. I mentioned motor units in my old channel. I've mentioned it on here. I talk about motor units. It's a part of everything. It's not just one part. It's a part of everything.
Your neuromuscular system, talking about a motor unit system, is the same as a circulatory system. If you get something wrong in your leg, a blood clot, your entire circulatory system is messed up. And the same.
Most people that get a blood clot in their leg, they never make it. They die.
Principle applies to motor units, but you see, people that steal my stuff, they don't know this stuff. They'll probably steal this too next. Just the whole point. This is why all of you, and I'm not.
This guy's funny. They're stealing my secrets. I never say to anybody that they're stealing what I'm putting out on the internet. Oh, I'm the guy that came up with eccentric exercise. No, it's always been there. You've just never discovered it. It's like when the colonists. They came over to California, and then they go, look, I discovered the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean. I've discovered the Pacific Ocean. Guess what the native guy said? He goes, what are you talking about? It's always been there. See what I mean? What are you talking about? It has always been there, Pacific Ocean. You discovered it. See what I mean? But it's always been there. You know what? You understand me? This guy tries to make it like he's the guy that invented motor units. No, bro. It's always been out there. There's papers out there on it. NCBI, PubMed. You just discovered it. You understand me? But it's always been there.
Talking about it in a bad way. All of you talk that nonsense, and you could do this, you could do that. After the age of 60, show me videos, and I guarantee you move like a turtle.
I can do, yeah. Give me some TRT like you, whatever you're taking there. I'll be jumping around too like crazy. Here's the thing. I don't want to jump around in parks. You understand me? I don't want to. You want to jump around, and so you want other people to do what you want, to jump around. I never tell anybody to lift a heavy weight on my channel, dude. I never tell them to do, I tell them eccentric exercise, that's what builds muscles. You can shrink your muscles, do whatever you want. But I don't tell people what to do. You understand me? I just point out reactions in my videos and I tell them, hey, look, this guy says he's building muscle, lifting concentrically, but that's shortening. That doesn't build muscles. You understand me? And then people used to ask me, do you have proof of what you say works? Yeah. So I brought out proof, man. And I brought proof after proof after proof after proof to prove my point, what I said based on my experiences. I brought out NCBI, PubMed reports. Fuck, I can bury these fitness people with them. Just the information alone buries them.
All of you, including the sprinters, you move fast in a straight line, but you don't have that torque. That torque is gone. That zigzag, that spinning, you can't.
They don't need to. That's why they run in a straight line. Hello, you just said they run in a straight line. They don't run zigzag in sprinting, dude. They don't need that.
Get on a basketball court and play with the young guys. You can't do it. You can do it, but you will disclose your age. Your age will show. This is what I'm saying.
Not necessarily. I've seen some chubby kids. Does that show their age? They don't have agility. There's many people that don't have that. What about it? What about it? Depends what they're doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, you must.
But what does that have to do with longevity? He says you're going to live longer. Now he's telling you about agility. What does this have to do with living longer?
Train every single thing. Don't listen to these guys. Don't listen to what you hear in the literature. Don't listen to do heavy squats. That doesn't mean anything. You need to train from head to toe. This is what they're not telling you.
I've never told anybody to do heavy squats. I say that to build muscle, you have to lift eccentrically. It's kind of obvious. Eccentric exercise is what causes this micro damage, which causes the body to repair and remodel no more what? Sarcomere and parallel end series. That's all. That's what it does, Tony. It also recruits more of these motor units and a bunch of things, okay?
And if you don't do it, by the time you're 60, 70, just be aware, you can only help what you have left. You cannot bring back any of it.
That's a lie. You can bring it back. I can bring back anybody from the depths of them practically on a deathbed. You want to know why? Because my experience helps me do that. Because you have to, it's a sequence of events. You can figure it out. It's not difficult. So you're wrong. You're wrong.
This is why, like I said, every single person over 60 has lost this. Because they didn't think about training this when they're 20, 30, 40. They didn't think about consistently training this. They're not football players.
Exactly. They didn't think about consistently training that way, doing that their whole life. Because they're busy doing other things.
They're not into that. They're just regular people. And even the football players, they stop. They don't play football.
I love this. They're regular people. They're regular people. Everybody's regular people out there.
50s, they stop. They have a good time. They have enjoy life. All you need is 6 months.
Yeah.
6 months of none of it. 1 year, forget about it. Forget about 10 years. All you need is 1 year of not doing this, and you lose it. When you in your later years, if you're over 50,
Listen to what he just said. He just contradicted himself. You'll lose it after not doing this for 1 year. You'll lose it. So why are you doing it if you'll lose it? To keep it, you have to keep doing it to keep it. See what I'm trying to explain to you? It's not tangible. It's not something permanent. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? There are some things that can be considered permanent, but a lot of it is not permanent. Now, if you can lose it, can you get it back? Yes. So when Tony says, well, if you haven't done it for a year, you lose it. Okay, so what do you do after you've lost it after a year? Well, then you continue and then you get it back. Get it?
and you don't do
If you lose your wealth, what do? You just sit there? Oh, my wealth is gone. I've lost it all. What do? You go and get it. You go and get it again, right? See what I mean? If the formula, here's the thing. Let me explain something to you. If the formula worked the very first time, the way you got rich the first time, will it work again the second time, the third time, and the fourth time? Yes, it will work all the time. Why? Because you discovered what will make you money. See what I mean? So once you've discovered the formula, how to make money, you'll always be able to make money again and again and again. Here's the thing. Once you discovered what really builds muscle, you just use the same formula and you'll always get there. But the people, they use the wrong formula. They never get there. See what I mean? They think they're going to get rich working a minimum wage job. You're never going to get rich working minimum wage. And working any jobs, you're never going to make money. That's number one. Number two, lifting concentrically or full range of motion in the gym. That adaptation has ended to build sarcomeres and parallel in series. That has ended. So which one will get you there all the time? Eccentric exercise, because it is not constrained or imprisoned by concentric lifting. Get it? But if it is constrained or imprisoned by concentric lifting in a full range of motion, that eccentric, then you will never get there. You'll never get there.
for 1 year, it's gone. It's gone. You won't get it back. Even if you try to get it back, it will not be the same. And all of you.
Even if you get it back, it won't be the same. How do you know that? How do you know that? How do you know that?
Especially the one that stole my stuff. You move like a turtle. I watched some of your videos. You're a pioneer.
Who stole your stuff?
Yeah, you're a legend in your own mind. Anyway, forget him. I just want to say that I'm giving you this message. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not here to brag to you. I back up everything I say. This is not genetics. You think it's genetics. It's not genetics. First of all, I have no injuries. And I played every sport there is for years. I have no knee problems. I have no hip problems. I have no shoulder problem.
Yeah, because you've never done anything your entire life. You've not done anything. You're lucky, bro. I had to work heavy jobs when I was young. Part of my right side of my body and the bone structure is bigger than my left side. And my left leg is bigger than my right leg because I always had to bend with my left leg a lot, picking up stuff and then putting stuff on my right side, carrying it. I remember one day, and it was too late. I started trying to use my left side, but it was already too late. It had overdeveloped the right side and the left leg. See what I mean? So, yeah, and this whole thing when people say you get an injury and you work out the other side of your body, the other side will compensate. No, it won't. That's a lie. They make that stuff up. These people make up so much stuff.
No problem, no hip problem, no back, nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, because you never worked in your entire life a heavy job. Never. Never. So you have no hip problems, no nothing. Of course not. I wouldn't have them too if I never worked. Did physically heavy jobs like I did growing up as a teenager. Hell, I had to start working heavy jobs at 15. I wasn't even developed yet. I was still growing. I had to work heavy jobs. I was under a lot of stress.
Because I am maintaining, believe it or not, those fast Type 2X motor units. Once you lose them in your upper body, it spreads like a virus to your lower body.
Here's the funny part. If that is so true, then this equates to longevity. Why do you look so old, like you're 95 years old, like a mummy about to die, one foot in the grave?
This is why when you get to your 70s, I don't care what sport you play, you become a regular person.
Man, I know people, Rick, you become a regular person. I know people in their 70s, they're doing quite well. Okay, dude?
Your body will be just like someone that never trained. This is why elite athletes die at the same time. There is nothing special about elite athletes that did not train every single day for the rest of their life. You need to do it for the rest of your life. No, like,
See, guys, you need to do it for the rest of your life. Otherwise, guess what? That's it. It's over for you.
well, I was.
Yet every centenarian who didn't exercise, these centenarians that they've never exercised, they all have lived to over 100. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? These centenarians, they never exercised, yet they lived to over 100. Wow, that's really interesting.
I was this in my 20s. I did this. I had guys on the comment section. Who the hell do you think you are? I put in the work when I was in the Olympics. Okay, so what? Show me now. Show me now. You're 70? Show me how you move. Don't tell me.
Yeah, because they used their body heavily. What did you do when you were young? Nothing. And now you're all jumping around. You want to tell everybody what to do. I know so many people that fake it online. You understand me? They're old, trying to lift a heavy weight. Then they're taking something artificial because who the hell knows why. And then there's people like this guy, Tony. He never did any labor work in his entire life. And all of a sudden he discovered TRT. His doctor gave him some. Now he's jumping around. He discovered YouTube. He can make money and these motor units.
In a comment, show me. Look, I am showing you guys something different here. And I'm going to keep going. You'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful day. I just want to give a message.
What are you showing? That you can exercise yourself to age, like to deteriorate faster than you're aging? Yeah. That's what exercise does. That's what labor does. I worked those jobs and they destroyed me, okay? Exercise destroys you. That's what it does. I'm not joking. The more energy this stuff steals your energy. The more it steals your energy, the shorter your lifespan too. So you don't want to give your energy away for free anywhere. You want to conserve energy and time. Time is something that you lose that you cannot get back, and energy. See what I mean? You don't want to lose your energy for nothing, exercising, running around a park like this guy, because look how old he looks. You want to look like him, 95 years old? Women are not attracted to 95-year-old looking men. Sex is associated with youth, so you want to look as young as you can. Stop poisoning yourself with alcohol. Stop poisoning yourself eating poisonous toxic plants and foods and shit and all that. Try to stay away from all of that. If you have to shower, don't shower too often, and use a 20-layer filter, because that shit will absorb in your skin all those chemicals. Do not drink your tap water. That too will fuck you. I'm not joking. Drink mineral water, go up north, I don't know, buy it, whatever. Stay away from that stuff as much as possible. Reverse your aging, do some eccentric exercise, get rid of these senescent cells, get some new muscle cells. That's it. That's all I can recommend. I can't tell you very much. But don't do what he's telling you what to do. You understand me? There's absolutely nothing wrong with playing sports and enjoying yourself, but don't give your energy away for free like Tony wants you to keep jumping around parks all day.
I feel fantastic, baby. I feel fantastic.
Yeah, I'd feel fantastic too if I took shots of HCG and clomiphene, right? If I took TRT, right? If I shot TRT, wouldn't I feel good too running around? You know how these guys felt, these Nazis? They felt good on this. What is it? They took meth. They used to take meth. They felt good. They didn't have to eat. They were jumping, running. They could work forever. They used them for German workers, and then they gave them to the Nazi party. Get it? To go fight a field, bro. Get it? They gave him drugs. They gave him drugs everywhere. Maradona got caught taking cocaine. He would run around the field and everywhere. He goes, look how good I run around the field. Yeah, after a fucking dose of cocaine. How does Tony feel after a shot of TRT? I feel amazing. I can run like I feel like a 15-year-old kid. Okay. Ask anybody that took a shot at TRT how they feel. They feel like a what? I feel like a 15-year-old kid. Hello.
I have the energy of a 25-year-old.
I have the energy of a 25-year-old. Yeah, people on meth, they have that too. They take meth and they have that energy and they have all that stuff. The only people I hear talking like that at that age are people that are taking some drug.
I mean this. I'm hyped. Have a wonderful day.
Christ, when I listen to this guy, he's such an asshole. Fuck me, man. He is such an asshole. Look at me, all this energy I got out. Meanwhile, he injected something artificial and he wants to look. Yeah. Where are your so-called, where are the people that are following you doing this? I'd love to see what they look like and how they move around. And it definitely, like Tony, you understand me? Unless they're going to take what he's taking. If you want to jump around like Tony, you're going to have to take what he's taking, and it will deteriorate you because it's deteriorating him. See you in the next one. There's a price to pay for everything in this world. When you fake it to make it, you're going to pay the price. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, man.